No-Tail Jakiro, Sumail Slark. Mid 1v1, Topson against Pikachu. Voka versus Lone Druid. Up towards top, Saxa hiding in the trees on that Nyx. Mid one getting the double boars out against Palantimos and Happy. Luna and Bane already are sprinting forward to try and clear through the 4. Easily done. So mid one, he's going to be down to 1 laning stage.
All things.
2-0 for the Bane. Top last hitter in the game. Loses his courier though to Saxa, who's also dragging the wave. Similar to what we see from a lot of these strength or melee position 4 heroes. They want to get level 2 as quickly as possible.
Range creep, he will get the kill on it.
9 on the boar. Usually Bane pretty good stopping the pullbacks. Of course, Brain Sap level 1, no nightmare. You're looking to trade hits. Saxa reclaims the wave away from the Hellbear. Dragging it back in again. Good stun. Down to a third of his HP. No balls to slow him though. Bit of chip damage here, unless Saxa 5 seconds till stun comes back up. They're still giving him the clip.
It's really not worth it to get a kill on Bane. Like, you're losing 3 creeps on the Hellbear. At least he's gonna get the XP for it. So next assassin is level 2. Like, those 3 creeps are worth more gold than killing a Bane. You will need to invest a lot of heal and resources to grab a kill if you want to dive the tower, so not really worth it. Mid lane, Topson 9 and 2, man, he's getting a lot from this lane. And it's gonna become much harder after, like, Lone Druid hits level 3, level 5. Extra damage coming out from the Spirit Bear becomes harder for Topson to last hit, so using a Tornado to secure a couple of last hits. EMP, try to zone him out, burn mana on the bear, so there's no Savage Roar.
And that Blightstone causing these hits to become much harder. Clark 12-1. Brewmaster keeping up though, Ghost getting plenty of farm down in the bottom lane. Helped out by Dignum here, of course, trading with a Jakiro through Shadow Strike. No-Tail has burned through the majority of his mana, already spamming out as many dual breaths as he possibly can. The Legacy Luna, 11-1. Master with 5 denies already. Bell playing forward onto Ghost, Drunken Roar level 2, just pops it, giving him a couple of whacks back onto the Slark. Very aware of these stick charges, of course. Slark now with 4 of them up. Can become a very difficult kill, and he's got that Dark Pack to get rid of the Shadow Strike. Feels like focusing Slark here. Might be a little bit dangerous. They're taking him very low, but he bounces away. Heal with a salve, still 5 stick charges to play around with for the next round of brawling.
Cyber Legacy, they have Ring of Bassi in this lane, Hedris, so extra mana, extra HP region. Still, when they decide to go on them and Slark is full HP, it's hard for them to take a fight. Ghosting bringing in some region now, playing with just half of his HP. This is an opportunity for OG to grab a kill on him.
And a nice pounce between the two. Might just give them that. No-Tail grabs it up. Sumail with a little swing around. They focus the Brewmaster and Shadow Strike and Queen of Bane. Yeah, she throws it, but opens herself up.
Yeah, fake eye play. I'm looking at you, but I'm going for a different kind of target. Like Brewmaster, half HP. Let's we'll make it look like we're going for him, but then jump Queen of Bane to his full and instantly kill her. Aggressive lane.
41 charges, ghosted. Who's getting jumped? Ezra shift is stacking up. That's a second permanent Agi now. Sumail's got out of his bottom lane. As top looks like Saxa going to lose his courier. Bane in a little bit of trouble here though. The ball slowing him down. The Lucent Beam from Luna holding mid one in place for just a second. And now the Beastmaster on the run back to the high ground. No salve, just a tango. As Palantimos just about enough mana. Gets back up to 100. Saxa going deep. Stuns up the Bane but still alive. Does the ball get the kill on the ball? MVP gets the 1-for-2 trade, but still
no XP for them. Oh, who's gonna be picking up those bounties? Luna actually going for it. Like, there's a huge huge wave coming on the top lane, so that means that she will be missing out on a couple of CS, but still word for Luna.
Bignum had to remind the Luna the bounty runes existed.
Yeah.
Two-man stun. Saxa getting in there on top of Palantimos. No stick here for the Luna, just double rage band, brown boot clothing, give her the movement speed to get away as they transfer Nightmare from mid one to the boar.
Thanks.
I see Saxa is going for Urn, but Invoker already completed his. They're a bit out of sync. Who's doing what? Hopefully he doesn't get any farmer next assassin, so he can't buy it. Like maybe he just queues up it instantly. You know, I want to make Urn.
His Lucent Beams and Brain Saps causing issues for mid one. Low cooldown, spam of magic damage. 3-3. It's still going pretty damn well for Cyber Legacy. Downside, Luna's farm looking a little bit shaky in last hit. Thompson, 33-7, beating the lone druid. That's pretty significant.
I'm not a lone druid expert, but just by watching Pro Dota, I still don't think that this should happen. Like, if it was Koikor playing lone druid, I'm 99% sure that the Invoker would not have more CS than him.
Yeah, Invoker would probably be at about 10 CS, not 36.
Maybe it's just Thompson that he's that good and he understands the matchup.
Maybe Koikor's just that good as well. Druid gonna go for that build, the Mask of Madness. Probably into the Desolator, as we've seen time and time again. Okay, first rotation, what's the most one charges. He's gonna back himself away a little bit here, but turn back around for Thompson. Secure the kill with the tornado.
And that's an Urn charge, so this gives you much more kill potential when you rotate for the next time or someone else rotates to your lane. First Eclipse, a lot of damage is shared.
Turn it back. They get mid one out of danger to clear up the wave that does come under his tier 1 top though. Very selflessly giving his life from his position 3.
So they found Royal Jelly for Cyber Legacy. Luna takes one, of course, and since your mid laner is Lone Druid, he doesn't really need nor mana nor HP regen, so they give it to Brewmaster. Brewmaster's like, yeah man, thanks. This is the highlight of us having Lone Druid in this game.
I get some items. Nailed. 0-2. Didn't get that anti-stack on the very last kill. Doing a great job bullying back both of these Cyber Legacy heroes as Thompson making the shift up towards top lane. But Palantimos has fully ditched all the way back to tier 2, gonna go farm some jungle camps it looks like.
Samael has been blessed by Ice Frog, finding Iron Talon on Slark, getting the extra attack speed, some armor, and of course the chop. Now you can farm the Ancients as well.
Very good. And that Observer Ward sees the Luna, so mid one knows he's got plenty of time to wail away at the tier 1. Drops it to half health. Can keep the Luna at bay here potentially. 1 minute away from Outpost and the second line of bounty runes. Grand Observer Ward being pinged out there. There's the mid lane. Up towards the top, they've got the grip on Beastmaster and the Primal Split. Quite a lot of commitment there to pick off mid one. Ghost 6 rotation out of the bottom lane. They've also cycled in the Nyx, chasing ever deeper. Him down to the ground. Karamak's going to return a bit of damage, but he doesn't get the Entail off in time. And level 4 Lucent Beam. Massive amount of damage. 300 damage out of the beam on a 6-second cooldown.
Yeah. Whenever I see Brewmaster and they rarely see him, I think I say you need to get a lot of stuff happen from the first Primal Split. And he's level 6 before 10-minute mark, which is pretty okay. They got 2 kills, one on the core, one on the support.
All working out for them. Big Num getting put in level 6. Level 3 Scream when that Sonic Wave comes out. A lot of damage from your position 4 for Cyber Legacy. You mentioned it in the draft, something that Sumail does have to keep in mind. Now just over 1,000 HP, 1.1k when he's got strength treads up. That could all quickly fall away though. Thompson, MP Tornado with a cold snap and Saxa there with a Vendetta. Chainsaw blown through it. Happy, no mana for a Nightmare or anything. Bane unable to save his body, and now with a Macropod dual breath, Happy he's also being dived into tier 1. Turn for the brain stamp on a beautiful little carapace. Saxa turns his tools up against the Bane, finding 2 kills mid, and now catapult wave here for Thompson.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Invoker with 10 minutes, Spirit Vessel, 3 charges. Like, he can go around the map and pretty much solo kill anyone. Luna going for that Helmet Dominator build. Eclipse is ready. You want to protect this tower.
Immediately EMP burn of all his mana, plus his ulti. And the claws and the grim. Thompson, but I stand there to cancel a long-range cancellation to stop Cyber Legacy from getting any kills. 3 heroes swing into mid to try and defend that tier 1, and they do that job at the very least. But this opens the map up now to OG.
OG's lineup can fight all the time. They're not relying on cooldowns. Even if Beastmaster does not have Roar, he will still join a fight with Necro units, providing vision with the Hawk, or just slowing them down with the Boar.
Rock a little out in the open bar, aggressively clearing out this additional wave. If Neutral's respawning, feels like he's going to fall back and farm jungle a little bit, while Saxa scouting. Vendetta up. Need the Plantimos Luna, and does Gucci respond to this? Will they bring Invoker down here?
Dire's middle tower
Looks
is
like
under
down
attack.
his nose. Thompson and No-Tail farming jungle camps together. Holding hands, brotherly love, killing off neutrals. Monster's ready. The Legacy need to save Pikachu. Chain stunned up. Savage Roar does catch Saxa. In comes Sumail. Shadow Dance immediately. Pikachu falls. It flips and Dyson. No-Tail being shredded by the Luna damage. As Invoker caught up in that final split. And a Cyclone Saxa bring him down again. And so the Legacy 3 for 1. They do lose Pikachu, but great rotations defending that tower and finding that finally turnaround team fight.
That fight was without Sonic Wave. Queen of Pain was low on mana. That's gonna be the problem. You have mana burn up next, you have EMP coming out from Invoker, but they still
Dire's
managed to
top
get
tower
3
is
kills.
under attack.
Sadly for them, Lone Druid died. This is his second death, only been involved in 1 kill. And I think OG understands that it's very important to slow Lone Druid down. He could be the hero that can easily pop off. Mask of Madness, Deso, Luna getting Helm. So a lot of damage coming out on the Spirit Bear.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Everyone also got that top tier 1. Beastmaster now, Necro 1, goes straight to Necro 3 it appears. Ghost Stick being chased by Sumail. Cut the tree, juke into a little pocket. So it's going to get found though by Slark and the next assassin. Where's the stun? Saxa holding it. Making sure there's no sneaky TPs or anything here. Ghost Stick's still pretty tanky as well
Radiant's
with
bottom
15
tower
1
is
charges.
under attack.
Find somewhere to hide away and TP out. And bottom lane, they've got the Sonic Wave there, finishing off Thompson with a roar from mid one. Luna held inside the magnifier. Sumail has also come down to find the position 1 carry on Cyber Legacy. Can they find any additional targets though? Lacking in stuns. Big Nuntifa blinks away and Happy just walked it off.
We see the power of mana burn. Bane did not have mana to use the Nightmare. Also, I would prefer if Bane gets like 2, max 3 points in Brain Sap. Then you start putting more points in Nightmare to lower the cooldown and the cast range, so it's much easier for you to set things up or save your allies.
And going in completely on that Brain Sap could be his undoing. Thompson goes straight saves from the Nightmare.
Is under attack.
Nice by Happy. Ghost Stick full now, topped up, but Nice Pound just connecting on Lone Druid Bear to stop Cyber Legacy from giving chase or taking tier 1 mid. creating a nice little space for Luna to continue farming now as she hit that on the dominator timing. Moving to Yasha next. Be the full Manta style.
I would prefer to see Hurricane Pike. She gets decent amount of stats from it, and then you can save yourself against the Slark, save people from EMP Tornado, and any kind of initiation from Beastmaster or that's
That ice path connecting the focus of bear though. Pikachu, Spirit Vessel onto his poor little Spirit Bear, but he designs it. Really nicely done there. The Semitol on 2 of OG as they keep
Radiant's
swinging
bottom
in.
tower has fallen.
So I believe you get the bottom tier 1. Slacks are still lurking around in the vicinity. So Radiant Sentry, so he's not spotted just yet.
So Saxa is going for Blast
Dire's
to
top tower is under attack.
tank his teammates up. I'm not a big fan of it, and I know Saxa is a great player. One thing that worries me is
Radiant's
having
bottom
aura when you're
tower is under
ganking,
attack.
when your creep waves are
Dire's
close.
top tower
So what
is
you
under
want to do
attack.
is put it in the backpack and then put it back in when you're ganking.
Here comes this kind of mid-game timing from Cyber Legacy, right? They're smoking up, they've got Sonic Wave back for Big Num. Platimos is ready with that helm, they've got Pikachu with this really aggressive, angry bear. Nearly done with the Deso, you know, ideally they'd have that right here, right now. Boosting, one out, but crosses one, final split towards Thompson, giving chase in Boca, still dusted, now gripped and destroyed. Cyber Legacy finding pickups on Thompson, one after the other, and shutting down his progression. They've also cycled. But they have a chase, losing the lead, close, and he gets back behind his tier 1.
Fan is thinking about going in with the full combo. Arcane Rune gonna expire in 10 seconds.
Kill the helm creep. Running here, dodging past the ice path. Mel still chasing with that Echo Saber, slowing him down. Bringing a change of bodyguard. That Brewmaster back onto the high ground. Cyber Legacy full retreat now. Rip and split. Both on cooldown for about a minute and a half. Altimos shoved away from the jungle. After the nightmare, doesn't feel like they've got anything else, but Thompson under a sentry that takes him in. And they changed on the Invoker, the Eclipse comes through. Turn around with Happy Saxa. Fear with a Sonic Blade takes him out. Saxa and the Swap goes falling, and Pikachu with a double kill. Cyber Legacy swinging into action as they roar.
Where's the follow-up? No mana on your hero.
There's no one here to save it. Ice Path finally bringing Ghost Stick down and down to the time from the balls, but that's 3 for 1.
Slark needs to be careful about his positioning. You might be tanky, you might have your ulti, but if Queen of Pain uses Sonic Wave and Scream, that's a ton of damage, and the pushback is gonna buy them a little bit more time to set an extra stun or lockdown on you. I've seen that they've picked up Philosopher's Stone. I don't see anyone holding it for Cyber Legacy at the moment. You can hold
Radiant
that on
are scanning.
Lone Druid. Like, you can easily give that to Hero, so he gets extra gold. You really don't rely on dealing damage with your hero. It's much better than on the Bane. It's your position 5. Even if he gets like an item, I still prefer to have it on Lone Druid. He was shut down earlier, otherwise he would have been on the top of network chart. Mask of Madness, Deso going into Basher, what it seems to be next, just to have some extra control against Slark. Slark building BKB, wants to take care of himself. They have a couple of abilities that go through Magic Immunity, Fane's Grip, now Basher, if he decides to go for it, then Sonic Wave, of course.
The stands, Luna, 9,100 net worth. Lantimos got on that courier. Any recipes or anything? Yeah. Still just saving up and waiting to see what comes after the Yasha.
Dire's structures
Very
are
safely
fortified.
free farming into the Ancients. Runes spawning up. Arcane Rune top, which the Dire scan. Time to scan
Radiant's
down.
bottom tower is under attack.
Band-aids for Slark. Enough to grab him. Now 800 gold away from that BKB you were mentioning.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tier 1 mid for Cyber Legacy.
Dire's top tower is
That's
under
what we're
attack.
coming in. OG looking at again to defend with everything they've got. In the bag, even with the empty
Dire's
tornado.
top tower has fallen.
Pikachu, not gonna be too bothered about that. Okay, half HP back. You've spent a lot of yourself now. Can we make a jump on anyone? Brewmaster doesn't have blink for 200 gold.
Dire's top tower is
Death and
under
Blast
attack.
doesn't really do too much there as Brewmaster tries to kill on the tower. Clumsy net onto Saxa and no-tail Thompson moving towards the Lancelot. Another EMP. Lancelot's gonna lose half his HP and mana. 9-1 charge is ready. But the chain stun, this is really annoying for Cyber Legacy. Blinks in the turn of the Eclipse. Creep wave arrives with a grip on Sonic Wave. Thompson yet again frontlining and dying.
That was nicely done by Happy. He understood that there is no ice patch. Akira used it. I'm just gonna grip Invoker. They once again used 3 ultis to get the kills, but in the end of the day, it's still worth it for them. You're getting a lot of farm. This Queen of Pain, position 4, doing ton of damage in team fights, and now she's the one holding up to that Philosopher's Stone. Like, they want to get some extra items on her, which is a much better choice than having it on Bane.
Boy, Palantimos not going to go. The Manta going straight into BKB. So defensive item.
That means your mana is not gonna get burned, and if you turn, you can use Eclipse without being afraid that next assassin is gonna stun you. OG straight into Roche Pit. I believe that's being pinged out.
Yeah, Dark Double sees them. Queen of Pain pings it. Mid one is here with level 3 Necker units, Board and Helm of the Dominant player. Taking Roshan down to half HP, and it looks like Cyber Legacy just a little too late to contest this. They have smoked up. They're moving into action, but Roshan has already fallen. Saxa picks up an illusion rune, and Cyber Legacy knows there's a Nyx around somewhere.
This is the build of Nyx Assassin, which I really like. Skill build, max the carapace, lower the cooldown, you get so much more value than from maxing out Impale. The damage doesn't really scale that much. Stun duration is also fine, but the cooldown on it is always 14 seconds, and then you want to max out mana burn. Great combo with EMP. Try to burn multiple targets in a team fight. Now they have Blink Dagger on Brewmaster, so it's going to be much easier for them to close the gap, find the correct target. No-Tail is very far in this game. Like, if you compare him to Saxa, he has 2k more net worth. I mean, Nyx Assassin as a hero doesn't have way of actually hitting the creeps, and he is the one scouting things out, which means that he's not going to be farming.
On jungle, we can't wait clear.
Yeah.
Really difficult for him. Cyber Legacy just going to be playing as 5, not wanting to spread out too wide on this map. Everyone within
Radiant are
reach
scanning.
of each other, just in case they need to save as they string out across from mid towards top. Luna should look to connect in there
Dire's
as a tier
bottom
1
tower is under attack.
focused by Cyber Legacy.
Radiant structures
Already
are
though, OG
fortified.
will have that bottom one. And they push very quickly here with mid one taking up that alpha ball, going straight for the tier 2.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Big Num Ghost Stick shoving out that mid wave, so it looks like
Radiant's top
Cyber Legacy
tower
pretty
is
happy to
fallen.
get up onto the Radiant high
Dire's
ground
bottom
triangle.
tower is under
Maybe they can
attack.
shove in 2 tier 2s at the same time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
Long
tower
Druid, I believe that's complete.
Radiant
Basher
structures are
finished.
fortified.
Just needs to use the courier. OG managed to kill 2 towers, and now it opens up the map for them. There's almost one tier 1 tower standing on the mid lane.
If OG stepped high ground, you know, even for a second there, Cyber Legacy had already TP'd back and they were ready. Just in case they thought with Beastmaster, they could go up. Sunil still trying to cut that wave mid.
Dire's middle tower is under
Going to be
attack.
met with the full force of this dire side. Thompson and Boca on the Radiant Sentry. Jumped up by the Brewmaster Queen of Pain, and there's a Sonic Wave. Sunil backstabbing the platform, beginning with it. Nightmared up, but they've lost Thompson. Invoker's down, we need vision. He says, yeah, where are your supports? Now the Eclipse, Blanchbot's in, but 3-man ice power. Beautiful from Rotel. Allows Sunil to get on top of Queen of Pain, rack up the Ageinst stacks, but not quite enough to get the kill. Happy now? Queen of Pain's in trouble, but Pikachu, where's your bear? Clear enough, no tail. Turning back, Sumail and Saxa left all alone. OG down 3 heroes. flying down towards the Savage Roar. Focus down, Saxa 4 for 1.
That's nicely executed by Cyber Legacy. Once again, tops and dies. He gets 2 spells in every single fight. And I love how happy he's playing. He grips in just for a second or two, and that's what they need every single time. You know, just clip him, keep him in place so that he can't get away. And right now they're bringing multiple Dusts and Sentries to a team fight. You're playing against 2 Invis heroes, which you need to have, and they are securing kills because of it. Now Queen of Pain, you're position 4 with the full mech. That GPM coming out from Philosopher's Stone, really helping her out.
Double damage. They're all pinging it out now. Tops and No-Tail are saying they have wards here, they've got sentries there. So much vision. The double the band, Dark Pack, Dog the Nightmare. Tops and so low on HP. If he gets jumped by anyone, he's going to fall. Duels the bear and focus it down thanks to the Alacrity double damage and slug. And now finally Midwood will get some dewarding done. Get rid of someone's
Dire's
vision.
middle tower is under attack.
Cyber Legacy have seen everything coming in, even against the Beastmaster.
Dire's middle tower
That
is
attack
lost.
speed on Slark, Alacrity, Solar Crest, and Inner Beast. Plus double damage on top of that. Yeah, no biggie. Let's go.
Straight on to tier 3. Dark Pact and roar onto the bear. They're going to focus it down. For that 30 seconds, but there's a solid way. Goes back. BKB Sumail and the Shadow Dance ready as the Primal Split chasing the slog, but he's still alive. Final power is not going to be enough as he regens up now. Mid-1 going to be the target of choice for Cyber Legacy. Philanthropist BKB straight up. Still has a clips up the sleeve in 5 seconds if they want to chase down more on that Cyclone.
Ace is gone. He got him in there.
He's healing up with the Cyclone, but it's run down to the ground. He does have the Shadow Dance to get away from the Eclipse though. As Saxa Carabins is back onto the Luna. Pikachu running forward with Vigna onto No-Tail. Self-fuels, but that will open the lane. Inevitable death for Ochakiro.
Once again, Cyber Legacy comes on top after the fight. I think it's still a correct play from OG to try to go and kill the Spirit Bear. They already killed him once, killing him twice. This is where most of the damage comes from. But Luna, these days, she's not that much of a right clicker until she gets Butterfly. You're more relying on using multiple Lucid Beams in a team fight. It's 300 damage on 2.5 seconds cooldown with almost a full second stun.
Dire are scanning.
OG straight out looking to hunt people down with both Invis heroes. 2 minutes till outpost. That's what Saxa focuses on. Cyber Legacy, what is it? A minute until Primal Split. Rip in 45. OG looking for round 2. Now these ultis are on cooldown. That's that roar. Necro 3 units out. Cyber Legacy, they're so delicate with how they're moving out across this map. You know, they do a little bit of a push down a lane, they're all staying together, making sure that any fight that happens, it's on their terms as 5 heroes.
I want to see a 4-staff being picked up by anyone on Cyber Legacy. Either on Quap, Bane, even Luna can go for it and just upgrade it to full Hurricane Pike. That item, you get so much more value out of it against the Beast Smasher, against the Pounce, against Stun coming up from Impale. Next road,
Exactly.
Maven's Spawn in a minute.
They're dusting the mix. Doesn't look like there's a way out for him here. He scouts out the majority of Cyber Legacy. But nobody's nearby. So no team fight for OG. There's top outpost for the Dire team.
Some tier 3 items starting to drop. Titan Sliver. I believe Pikachu will pick it up.
Give it to your bear.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to hold. You're holding an item that no one wants to use. That's Vampire Fangs. I find that item very, very situational. He almost has full AC to tank things up against the Beastmaster summons, against the Slark.
We've only seen Vampire Fangs used by like Shadow Fiend for a couple of minutes. Apart from that, it's been pretty lackluster. Jump into mid-1. Turns with a roar and all this summon Queen of Pain. Still going to get the Lucid Beast found down as they finish on Big Nut. The jump in ghosted, cancelled out by the US Chapter and the Tornado. Primal Split not coming, so mid-1 reset. Nice grip back, but in comes the grip. Palanthropos kill. The primal split's still going, by the way. He's found mid one. Ghost stick, Beast Master versus Brewmaster. Brewmaster wins.
That's why I love Queen of Pain as a response to Slark. AoE damage, and that little pushback is all they needed. But once again, Happy clipping him with the Fiend's Grip. Even though it got cancelled, they still get the word out of it, and then body blocking him so he can't use the pounce while he was Shadow Dance. That was pretty dope.
Sick plays from Happy. Out of position 5, you know, sometimes you think you're just a ward bitch running around the map, not doing too much, but Happy proving, even with only Tranquil Boots and a Glimmer Case, he can pull out some sick plays. So now tier 2 for Cyber Legacy as Roshan respawning in 15 seconds. Courier overhead scouting out. They take control of that Radiant Triangle once more. Not warding it up though. Bane there with an Observer ward, but the Legacy, again, very tentative with how they're
They know, Bignum pinged it, but then, you know, 5 heroes are gonna be up. Bignum needs to be careful about his positioning. He bought back in the previous fight. It's only position 4 Quap, but she still is a very big target to go for. Like, it's either him or Bane that you want to take out first.
I'm going to come through to clear out some of these observers and sentries. They see the vision there from Cyber Legacy.
It's hard for Cyber Legacy to maintain vision against the Hawk, against Slark, a Beastmaster. I mean, what more can you add on this to make it worse for them? Zeus?
Yeah, true.
They have
Are scanning.
they don't have a single ward on the map right now.
Scan onto the Roche pit. Smoke out from OG. Cyber Legacy. Not showing anyone anywhere on the map. Bottom lane pushing down. Both side lanes pretty much in the elbows of the map in those far corners. He rolls up the bear. Moves away from the ice trap. Caught here. Bringing onto the slot. Thompson trying to get into the back line of the fight. The Cyber Legacy resets. Next up and heal. Big number looking for the Sonic Wave. Angling himself into the battle. He should have lost all his mana and Plasma popped his BKB. So OG in and out. Force some of those teamfight ultis and abilities and items. Reset and think about round 2.
Titan Sliver on Spirit Bear. That's why No Tail missed the combo using Yule Scepter, ulti, and Ice Pad, so they are not gonna have that one. 20 seconds cooldown. I want to see Mana Boots also picked up on anyone. On Cyber Legacy, Queen of Pain actually has one, so that's pretty smart against all this mana burn. Hawk providing the vision.
They catch Lone Druid with an Ice Pack. Saxa and Sumail lurking around on the right-hand side of the fight, starting to pick up. Vendetta and Gurn and Queen of Pain stun up with the Sumail arriving. The pushback with the Sonic Wave. Nice little nightmare there, still being tornadoed up. Big Num doesn't get out, so the Eclipse continues. Aggressive jump, but that thing blasts us back with Sumail's forward, and now they turn the big one. The Eclipse still going, the damage is relentless. This Cyber Legacy onslaught cannot be stopped. Thompson is going to run away with the Ghost War. Saxa, he's the next target of choice, but Cyber Legacy, they've lost Pikachu and Big Num.
He was still chasing.
This incredibly powerful Luna.
Nothing to spell this. It's gonna be a problem, Bane. Brother, help me out. Do something.
They get the blue, Sunstrike landing, the last one's low, the Glimmer Cake there, can she get away? Still trying to stand her ground and fight as Thompson, no spells left, he's cycling through them, down, I'm not gonna block them, but goes the BKB blink clap, where's the reveal? It's there, the Dire Sentry barely catching a glimpse of Thompson and Boca, as we get ourselves a 4 for 3, and No Tail making his way out, flapping his wings back, he's lost all his brothers, he's the last one of his family alive.
I want to see anyone picking up that Force Staff. It's very important to have it on Cyber Legacy. Just pull people out of the focus. Oh, Happy will pick up that Bounty Rune. No Tail's doing so much in these team fights, using multiple Ice Pads. Look at his build. That sounds like an off-lane Jakiro to me, considering how much farm he has. He has same amount of farm as almost Invoker. Force Staff, Blink Dagger, Yule Scepter, and Keen Optic.
Key thing though is Roshan is still standing. With a lead of death for seconds. An opportunity for OG now to try and deal with this 6,000 network lead from Cyber Legacy and all the team points they've been holding. Lone Druid, Queen of Pain, moving forward. Roshan, 3,000 HP remains. Saxa, started with a high one. He's got himself the primal split, but who can he focus? Mid one. That's who they're going for. There's the Sonic Wave, the full stack. Mid one's still alive, but found. Oh, they've got the slot caught up in that savage roar. He has to BKB, turns the point. He needs a shout out to get out of here, though. No way to stand his ground. Even with Saxa helping him out. The poor little Nick Assassin blown up. In from Big Numbers, Thompson.
There's
Speed Grip is ready. In comes Hero looking for it with the bash from the bear. Again, Cyber Legacy come in, 5 heroes strong, and OG just don't have a response.
That's gonna be 3v for them. That's Cheese and Ageinst in their hands. Man, Ghostic did such a good job. He bought, actually Happy bought the gem for him, so kudos to Happy. He's doing such a great job this game. And Brewmaster blinks in, BKBs right away, and then uses Primal Split. He was afraid that he's gonna get roared, Carapace, Tornado, or anything. Such a nice decision making from Ghostic in that fight. Not going full greedy, they found
The grip into the Eclipse. He's dead for 73 seconds. Lone Druid Luna. If they get to this phase, it could be game over for OG.
Radiant's middle
Okay,
tower
I
has
have
fallen.
Happy muted after this move, and after this game, I'm gonna give him another chance when I meet him in my club, so I'm gonna unmute him. Man, he's been playing awesome.
That's the Lacoste seal of approval. The unmute. Having him set here. They're involved. Seen that in a while. Double for re-exalt as they definitely blast meatball onto Lone Druid, but they've lost their balance. Here they come towards tier 4. 34 seconds. Really strong. Macrobar and everything they've got. Ghosting just forward. BKB forcing them back. Sorting them out. And the primal split. They're two just there. They've got themselves a cycle here on any target. The Sonic Wave pushing mid one. He's expected forward. Instead, he's done for. Oh, gee. They're lost out here. Cyber Legacy with that beautiful performance.